Wendy. Hey, everybody. You know, I cannot believe that less than 3 weeks ago, we launched all the new products here in North America.
I know.
And since then, we've been just launching them globally, and I think this weekend might be the last global launch weekend that we have.
That's right, yes. It's been so exciting, and we're just so happy to see that you all love the product so much. It makes us really happy.
Yeah.
So thank you for the warm response to all the launches that we've been doing.
Yeah. And there was really something for everyone, you know, some new colors,
Yes.
new color stories for existing products, and then some line enhancements. We really had a lot.
We did.
And today we can't cover it all.
No.
So we're going to take the products that have received the most questions so
Yes.
far, and we'll talk about those today. And then in future Facebook Lives, we can address all the other products. So we're going to deal about 4 products today.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the number one product that we've had questions about is the amazing new EnviroSponge, right? Comes as a set of 2. It's double-sided, and there's been lots of questions coming in,
Yes,
right?
there have been.
So I think that everybody is overwhelmingly interested in a new sponge product. Sponges are quite popular,
Yeah.
but this is entirely different than the typical sponge out there that are made of cellulose. This is not made out of cellulose at all. It is an EnviroCloth with backlock on one side. It is a scrubby cloth on the other, so it is the same as our fruit and veggie scrub cloth, but it can be used for lots of different things,
That's right.
not just fruits and veggies. And then in the middle you have a foam that's very similar to what is currently in the Sponge. Sponge is a very popular scrubbing product, safe for all kinds of non-scratch surfaces.
right.
You're going to get the
I'm gonna
same.
show this a little bit
Yep,
closer
you're
to
going
the
to get
camera
the
here.
same, it's similar, not exactly the same, but similar performance on those non-stick surfaces on the scrubby side of the cloth.
Yes, that's
You
right.
can use this wet or dry, right?
Yep, you can.
Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Yes.
So we've had a lot of questions about why would you make a product like this? Well, we're all about options here. We want lots of options for our customers to fit your needs out there, and a lot of people love sponges. Sponges that are on the market today kind of are questionable, you know.
Yeah,
You either,
they can get
first of
pretty
all,
icky.
yeah, they can get icky, and you either love sponges or you don't. And
That's
those
it.
people who love sponges really love sponges.
Yeah, and I think what we loved about the sponge the most was how versatile it is.
Yeah,
You know, because it's got so many different uses.
Yeah,
especially
you're a
two
sponge
different
girl.
sides.
Tell me about some of the things you love about
Oh my
this
gosh,
product.
I love this product. This was actually one of my favorite products that
Yep.
we launched. And I absolutely love the scrubby side. Like if I'm cleaning surfaces or cleaning dishes, I use a little bit of my dishwashing liquid, and it helps to get rid of all that grime and dirt. And then the Enviro side on the other side, I actually use to just wipe up spills and stuff on my counters and on my stove and stuff. You know, so I don't actually wash the dishes with the Enviro side.
Yeah.
I wash the dishes more
With
on the scrubby side.
right.
Yeah.
So I think you just answered one of their questions. Can you use this to wash dishes? Why would you use this to wash dishes? Can you use soap? Okay, let's sort through all that now.
Yeah.
First of all, EnviroCloth. Some people believe that you can't use an EnviroCloth in the kitchen. That's not exactly true. We do have kitchen cloths and towels. They are different weaves. Same microfiber, different weaves. They both have backlock. The EnviroCloth is actually our most dense weave out there. So it's gonna pick up the most stuff. So if you're picking up dust, it's gonna pick up the most dust. If you're picking up food, it's gonna pick up the most food. And that means that those things could get embedded in that, right?
Exactly.
So if you're using this in the kitchen, you're gonna wanna rinse, 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 rinse. Same if you're using it with soap. You know, the reason why we say some of you may believe you can't use soap. You absolutely can. You can use soap with any of our microfiber. It's perfectly fine. It's not going to harm or destroy your cloth as long as it's Norwex. Why do we say as long as it's Norwex? Because we know what's in our product,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
There are other very safe products to use with your microfiber out there, but we don't know what you're using out there.
Yeah.
You want to
We
be sure it's
recommend.
free from sulfates, phthalates, not only for the protection of your microfiber, but also the protection of you. You want to be sure it's clear of fillers, no bleach, no
Exactly.
ammonia.
Exactly, and a lot of the time you don't know what surfactants they're using in their
Right.
formulas, and we know exactly what we're using in our formulas.
Right.
And we always take so much care to use the safest ingredients that you can find out there.
Right. So you're always safe using Norwex cleaning products, whether it's a dish detergent, the UPP, whatever it is, with our sponges.
Exactly.
Blue Diamond even.
Yeah, exactly.
Safe, perfectly safe.
Exactly.
Safe.
we get a lot of questions also about how to launder this product.
Right.
So it is perfectly safe to launder. You can launder it using our Norwex laundry products, or you can use it, launder it, or just rinse it using our dishwashing liquid. So another way you can actually clean it as well is you can put it in the top shelf of your dishwasher, and you can let it wash in there. And then we've also had a lot of requests about how do you dry the sponge? Like, what are some tips on how to dry the sponge? So you can place it either on one of our new sink mats to dry, or you can place it in your, if you have a little cabinet below your sink, just leave it standing up straight,
so
it can drain and it can air dry.
You're going to want to wring it really well.
Wring it really well, and then just give it a bit of air so it can, dry nicely.
This has a backlock, but it's not a miracle. You've still got to launder it, and because you're probably picking up those organic materials, those food sources, you're going to want to launder this more frequently than you would an EnviroCloth that maybe touches dust.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's kind of similar to the bathroom scrub mitt. It has a scrubby side and a microfiber side. This is very similar to that, giving you two options to clean surfaces. How does this differ from your kitchen cloth or your kitchen towel? The kitchen cloth and towel, of course, have that channel weave, and they don't have as dense of fibers in them, so they're not going to pick up and hold as much.
Exactly.
How does it differ from the new, not so new kitchen cloth? This happens to be one of my favorite products out there. So where this sponge with the EnviroCloth is going to hold the most amount of moisture, your kitchen cloths will also hold a decent amount of moisture. This rinses clean very easily and it dries quickly. It doesn't hold a lot of moisture. This is also safe for non-stick surfaces, safe for doing dishes. You can definitely use it with our dish detergent, no problem. But this is great for when you have a caked on mess, like let's say flour on the counter when you're baking. Eggs on a skillet, because it rinses really clean.
Yeah, it works really well in the skillet.
If you rinse off eggs with this, they're going to get all gunky in here, and you're going to have to rinse, okay?
I had dropped an egg on my floor, and it quickly got all the shells up and everything. It was
This did?
No, the dishcloth.
Did you? If you guys didn't hear, Brandon had dropped an egg on the floor, and it quickly picked up the egg, the shells, everything right in this, and just rinsed perfectly clean. So that's really the differences in these products.
And one of the great benefits about this new dishcloth is that we have 40% more material per square inch in each, in the cloth. So it's a little bit thicker. You'll feel the density is a little bit, it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit thicker, and just really great quality. And we're really proud of the improvement on this cloth.
Stephanie said it's her favorite cloth.
Excellent. It's one of my favorite cloths too. And we were able to increase our quality because now we are making this by Norwex. We are making this cloth ourselves. We were able to offer much higher quality and a great cost savings to you. It's now in a set of two at a tremendous cost savings. You now always have a backup cloth ready to go when one's in the laundry. And you're going to love this cloth even more than you already do. Now also in gray, no longer in white. So just keep that in mind. My white ones were gray about the second or third time I used them.
I was going to say, you don't have to wait for them to turn gray anymore.
Okay, so that's what we have about the difference between EnviroCloth, EnviroSponge, kitchen cloth and towel, and the dish cloth. Let's talk about sink mats more in detail. Yolanda, you had mentioned you like to prop up your EnviroSponge by the sink, either on any of them, really. They'll fit on any side, and that way it has a place to absorb any moisture.
That's right. So the sink mat is a set of 3, so they do come in sets. We did get that question. It comes in a set of 3, and it has various functions. So you could use it in your bathroom, you could use it in your kitchen, or you could use it in your laundry. And the idea and the concept behind this product was that you wanted to have a little something there that could absorb all the spills and messes that would obviously, take away a little bit of the time that you would be using to usually clean all those surfaces. So if you wanted to use it in your bathroom, for instance, you could use it you could place your toothbrush and your toothpaste on your counter. Instead of having those spills and messes sitting on your counter, you can safely place it on there, and it would just soak up all the spills and messes from that. They come in 3 various sizes, so you could choose whatever size. Set of 3 various sizes. The one actually has a beautiful pattern and design to it as well. I'm actually going to take it off. So in the kitchen, for instance, you could put your sponges and your brush set, etc. on there. You could even lay your dishwashing liquid on it
Hand
too,
soap.
or your hand soap, you know, if you wanted to put your hand soap. So, and it just kind of picks up all those spills and messes. But this is the beautiful design that's on one of the
medium.
The medium, that's
Yeah.
it.
And so, yeah, let's show them a close-up of the back. So I do want to point out that this is it's not waterproof. It absorbs. It has silicone backing to stop it from slipping on your counters, and it's a tricot underneath the silicone, so it's not going to be waterproof.
Yeah.
It just helps absorb those messes.
Yeah.
And when you look at these, let's give them a size comparison, Yolandi. So
Okay.
this is our dish mat. People have been asking, do I use these for dishes? Well, if you have just a few, obviously, yes, for sure. This is our medium one, and you can see it's a little smaller than a quarter of the dish mat. I personally love this size by my sink as well as the large one because we're heavy coffee drinkers. We also do protein shakes in the morning, so we can rinse out those containers quickly
Yep.
and just turn them over to dry. Young moms out there may have a few bottles they like to keep washed and cycling through. These sizes are great for that purpose. Let's talk about caring for them, Yolandi, because
Yes.
it's a little bit different
Yes.
than our other things. Oh, and the dish mat is not going away. This is just another option. Remember,
Exactly.
we were talking about options earlier? This is just another option for you out there.
That's right. So now just caring for these, obviously with, you know, it's soaking up all the spills and the, you know, the little messes around the sinks. You're going to want to launder these every now and then. You can safely launder them using Norwex laundry products.
Yeah.
If you just wanted to rinse it and just give it a quick rinse under the, you know, some running water, you could also use our dishwashing liquid to give it that quick little rinse, and then let it dry. So please, very, very important.
Yeah.
These cannot go into your dryer at all. You need to hang to dry, okay? So these will hang to dry, and just for, you know, for drying purposes, please, again, I just want to reiterate, don't put them in your dryer.
Some people may wonder why.
Yeah, so the reason why you don't want to put them in the dryer is because the binding and the fabrics may shrink at different rates, so they're going to get wonky and maybe puckery,
Yeah.
and you won't have this nice smooth surface. So that's why you want to hang them to dry. It probably won't ruin them. It's just
No.
they won't lay as flat and nice as they do
Yeah,
now.
and you don't want to have, you know, wiggly sides to,
Yeah.
to your beautiful sink mats. So we also got a question about what is the difference between the sink mat and the dish mat.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
All right, so you see the dish mat's much larger, right? And it actually, here we have a different backing on it. This is actually the surface that you're supposed to put your dishes on. Maybe you guys didn't know that. You're supposed to put it up like this. Many people put it like this because we love our microfiber. We love the microfiber size. But it really works best like this for this to allow the water to go through and be absorbed by the microfiber underneath. This is a bit different. The microfiber is absorbing on the top surface, and we have the non-slip on the back. This doesn't have anything to do with slippage. It's just netting to get the most air, the most air exposure down to the microfiber.
Exactly. And this one is obviously noticeably larger, so
Yeah.
that's for your dishes and for your cups and your saucers and your glasses, etc., you know, on the side of your sink.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the main differences in these products and why you really want to hang these to dry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. How about if we talk about the fragrance disc and the car clips?
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
love these new
So we
products.
have a couple of products to fragrance your home without the dangers of chemicals, but also without heat, water, electricity, any of those
Exactly.
extra things.
Cost saving, right?
So let's talk first about the car vent clips. When you receive these, you receive them in a set of 2, and the clips are actually separate from the discs.
Right.
And you assemble these when you get it.
Yeah.
I particularly like to put the fragrance on the back side. Why? Because that's where the air blows through, right? So really the amount of oil you use is going to depend on how much fragrance you want in the car.
Yeah.
You're gonna I start with a couple drops. 1, 2, that's all you need really, unless you want a lot more scent.
Yeah.
You can always refresh
Just
these.
personal preference,
Yeah.
right? It's just depending on how much scent you actually want in your car.
Right. And so I would recommend, unless you really like our scents blended together, like maybe our lavender blend with our citrus blend, you keep a separate disc for each
fragrance.
oil, right? And you see how this will dry fairly quickly into the ceramic. This is non-glazed ceramic. It will shatter if you drop it.
Correct.
You probably don't want to wash it either because
No.
it'll fall apart.
Yeah, it'll
it's
just
natural clay.
Exactly, it's going to absorb all that moisture, and it may damage.
Yeah.
You know, so.
So you can see how easy that clip just slides right onto your vent slats. And since the car for a couple days, probably with a few drops.
Yeah, exactly. And I, you know, we often get the question as well, like, how often should you reapply? Well, that's just preference. You know, if you find that the scent is getting less and less, just reapply as you like.
Right. And then for the home, I guess you could hang this from your rearview mirror instead of that little tree I used to have, right? But I really do love the vent clips. Is a larger ceramic disc. It does come with the ribbon on it to tie around a towel bar. I'll show you the difference in size right here, so you see the difference in size. You can hang it on a drawer pull, a towel bar, a doorknob.
Yes, any room in your house.
Any room in your house. And you can also even put it in a drawer as a sachet.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter whether you use the front or the back. One side has the Norwex house symbol on it, and the other side is branded with Norwex. I like, you want to show that up close? And so I tend to like the oils on the Norwex side. I don't know about you. Just turn it over so you can see that up close. Once again, Yolandi, I would recommend, unless you really like the different scents blended, that you have a disc for each scent, right?
Yeah, I would do the same,
And we can certainly show them on this as well what it looks like when you put a couple drops. On this, I tend to go a little bit more, not a lot more, maybe 3-4 drops rather than the 2. Just 1, 2, 3, and it's going to soak in and dry. And then you will have a fresh scent in your space, whether it be your bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, drawer. Don't hang it around people's necks, right?
Please.
Dirty clothes closet.
Do not hang it around someone's neck, please.
Oh, Brandon, dirty clothes. You know what? I haven't tried that, but I may put this now in the bottom of my hamper.
The hamper, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you probably don't want this to touch clothes because you might get some oil transfer, but great idea.
Yeah.
Bottom of the hamper, gonna try that. So this is our fragrance disc.
So we have a question from Kimberly. She's asking if it's safe to use other oils on the discs.
Well, it is, but we prefer you use Norwex,
of course.
You know? We can't speak to what are in other people's oils, and if it would, I don't think it would damage them, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Another question from Dawn. She's asking if the oils dry. If the oils dry white again, or are they going to stain the ceramic?
Well, you may have a little bit of a stain. You can see just like this moisture, the more you use, the more visible the stain will be. They'll dry, I mean, initially they're going to dry fairly clear, but the more oil that is into the ceramic, into the natural clay, the more marks you're going to have.
Will become more visible.
Yeah.
Plus on the back side, that's going to be against the vent.
Right.
Yes,
anyway,
exactly.
so-
It'll keep drying it pretty fast. So.
Okay.
So should we move on to our next product?
Yeah, Yolandi,
Okay.
which product are we going to talk about now?
I think we should talk about our aluminum spray bottle.
Okay.
We have had a lot of questions about this product, and I think we just want to shed some light on the safety of this product. You know, we've had a lot of questions about the leaching of the aluminum, and it's simply not true.
Yeah.
Simply not true.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. And frankly, guys, we've brought in several experts to really talk through this to make sure we were sharing the best information available. Just keep in mind that many of the beverages you drink today are in very similar aluminum. There have been reports out there of aluminum leaching, or problems when you use anodized aluminum cookware. Number one, this isn't the same aluminum. Let's talk about that right now. It's just not the same aluminum. There's no evidence that this aluminum leaches at all or should damage your health in any way. We certainly want you to do what's best for you and your family, and only you can decide what that is. But Norwex believes that this product is completely safe, and the information out there about aluminum being harmful in this form, aluminum in this form being harmful, there just really isn't isn't enough conclusive evidence out there to make this harmful in any way.
Exactly.
So, Yolandi,
Exactly.
what else would you like to add?
You know, I mean, I know that they have, you know, obviously Norwex does testing on our products as well, and from the reports that we have, you know, we've determined that there is, you know, that there would be no leaching from this aluminum spray bottle.
And
So-
it's perfectly safe not only to fill with water, but let's say you want to put a couple drops of your essential oils. It's fine with that. It's fine to dilute your odor eliminator in
Absolutely,
it.
yes.
Per the packaging instructions, you definitely want to follow the package instructions. I believe
Exactly.
it's 7-to-1 on odor eliminator.
Yeah.
But many people are loving the spray bottle because they like the shape. They also like the fact that they're further reducing plastics in their home. I like it. It fits in my hand really well.
I like it too.
You know,
I mean,
it
I think
doesn't
it works
pinch my
really
fingers
well.
or anything.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
actually, I have a couple in my house. I have one to spray down hair in the morning when it's all kinky, and then of course to use with my Norwex products. You
Yes.
know, with my microfiber and my mop pads.
Yep.
So we have one question about our fragrance discs.
Yeah.
If you wash those, will that allow you to change the scent?
We don't recommend washing them because we're afraid that that might disintegrate the natural clay. So we advise that washing them, I'm not even sure washing them would eliminate that scent. We use very powerful essential oils that
Yeah.
are very pure, and I'm not sure you'd even be able to get that
Yeah.
out.
And those discs are so porous that oil is seeping in deeper and deeper every time, and it's kind of, it's, no, it's,
I wouldn't
you know,
recommend
I
washing
wouldn't
them.
recommend.
So how often would you recommend replacing them?
Oh my gosh, just when you feel like it just doesn't look good anymore, or whether you feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to anymore.
Not very
Yeah.
often though. I mean, you
No.
can reapply.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Just tell them to drop a comment.
All right.
All right.
So that's our product lineup for today. If you have any other questions or comments, please reach out to the team here, the Facebook team here, and we'll get right back to you. And stay tuned for more brand new products that we
Yes.
just launched.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.